Happy Independence Day to all of my U.S. listeners or watchers. And for my European and Asian and all of the other continents, South America, South Africa, and all Australia, New Zealand, all of you, is today your Independence Day? Hi, I'm Barbara Ann Shepherd, life coach for the ordinary person. Hey, this weekend I watched the movie Independence Day, and it sparked kind of a interesting internal monologue with myself. It was like, is this my Independence Day? I know the character that plays the President of the United States does this awesome speech where he talks about we will not go quietly into the night, right? And it was like interesting because he also talks about how mankind and we can no longer be separated by our petty differences. They seem so massive in the moment. Our differences, our weaknesses, even our strengths sometimes can seem overwhelming. Yet, how can we be independent of the need to have validation from other people who are not living our lives, who are telling us what we should do, even though they aren't doing it? It's been a very interesting couple of weeks for me between having a girls' trip with two 12-year-olds who taught me a ton because I had an open mind and went into the opportunity going, what can two 12-year-olds teach me? Not me teach them. And that was fun. And then moving on and seeing a ton of different things open up as I took some of their advice and realized that I have the right to change my mind. I have the right to do a lot of things. I have the right to live my life the way I want to live it and not how other people tell me I should, or because they want to live vicariously through me. So, what are you going to be independent of today on this beautiful Independence Day here in the US on this 4th of July? Are you going to be independent of your need for fast food? Are you going to be independent of the validation of others? Are you going to be independent enough to follow your dreams through thick and thin, through the ups and the downs? Are you willing to pay the cost for that? Are you willing to be independent of your doubts, fears? Are you willing to be independent of having other people hold you back because they're not willing to change? Are you going to be independent today? Because we only have today. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow just becomes today. So we never see the horizon of tomorrow. We only see the horizon of the present. We only see that longing out of reach. So why not make it today? Why not make today your Independence Day and become the greatest version of yourself today? Step into the excellence that you have to offer in everything you do. Not just your business, not just your finances, not just, right? All of those categories, they aren't a just. They are. They are. Everything we do, we need to do with that graceful edge of knowing that everything we do, we have a 50-50 chance of succeeding and a 50-50 chance of falling on our face. And in the end, both are okay. Both are needed, just like we need the yin and the yang. We need the diversity. We need to be able to show our beautiful, shining self out into the world without fear. We need to be independent of that fear, because fear really is just a guidepost. I've said it before and I'll keep harping on it. Fear is just a guidepost of saying, I'm stretching myself. I'm stepping into something new, and I love it because I'm becoming someone new. When we stretch, when we learn. I planned this weekend. Did I do it perfectly? No. Will I get better at it? Yes. All we can do is start. Do it. Start. Even if it's the smallest project you can do, start planning for it. Start planning for it. I know this weekend, the only thing I was planning, well, I did dream a little bit and plan something else, though that's going to be coming farther in the future, and I'll highlight that as it gets closer. Though I'm looking for 100 plus people in my book club by the end of this year. And how does that happen? Talk about it. Go out on social media. I invite people like you to step into the slight edge with us, because that's what we're currently reading, and learn how that feeds into your graceful edge. How do you use it? How do you use that compounding effect for good or bad? Because we do. We use it for both, sometimes inadvertently. Why don't we get to the point where we are intentional here on our Independence Day? And I think success has a very, very potent chant, because independence is looking in. Look in for your success, not out. We still need mentors. We still need coaches. We still need people that support us. We still need all of those things. Don't get me wrong. But we need to be a little more independent of seeking so much validation from other people. We can watch other people succeed and go, I want that. I desire that. And I'm willing to pay the cost of that. Because when we look at the cost of what it costs us to get what we want, some of us are willing to pay the price and some of us aren't. And that's the difference between success and failure. Though your success might be different from mine. And so your costs are going to be different from mine. So don't compare apples to oranges. Live your life. Be independent. Follow your dreams. Go for what you want. Become your most graceful self. Unleash that inner warrior that you have that can stand on his or her own 2 feet and be independent of the need for validation, that need to always be striving for something just out of reach. Enjoy everything you have today. So go squeeze the loved one, kiss a loved one, tell a loved one, I love you, and get ready for your independence.